Good afternoon, myself Pinky Chawla, advocate. Last year, I received a anticipatory bill related to the honor where she has complained that person has complained in Concern Thana under section 307506 of IPC because the person who has complained has grabbed the house of the landlady, and she was staying on rent, and when she entered the house to take something from the home, then there was a fight between the person who accused and owner, and the person who forcibly grabbed the property of the owner. He threatened her and warned her, and hit her on her head, and she had a head injury. She gone to hospital, and she got the treatment also. And then she came to me that this condition has arisen now. She won't anticipate it because after beating her when we had a good fight, then he complained in the concerned thana where the I'm in a problem, so I want anticipatory bill. Then I drafted an anticipatory bill. That was on Sunday time when she called me in the early in the morning around 6 a.m. I prepared the anticipatory bill, and after that she got an influence person in the court, and influence person told him that need not to go anywhere. You leave that advocate. I will talk to the CP. Then the matter will resolve softly and amicably, and need not to worry. Then I'll argue in the concerned court that matter is all now anticipate. There should not be any problem. No anticipatory billing is not required. So then he advocate put in a condition that this lady advocate should not be there. Only then I'll fight. I fight for you and I help you out. And then she came to me by saying that I want to take my file back because I'm another advocate who is an influence advocate and he will help me out. So you remove yourself from the matter and do not go to the court. Do not appear in the court. Do not appear in the court. I was shocked and biased also, but I did not say anything because she told me with the folding hand, and she was crying a lot that I will be in a crisis, that if I'll be go to the jail because my I am the only bread and butter earning member of the family, and if I lose a job, I will not be get any another job in a very short span of time. Then I returned her file back. Then he appeared in the court and tried to influence the honorable judge by saying that, and he rang up the concerned government official on the high level, also the highest person in the police department, and he tried to influence the honorable judge. And the matter was put on the court, and he argued the matter that no, because there is no problem, so she required anticipatory bail should be granted. The matter is all, and she is the actual owner that will decide in the court, and the matter is so long in the concerned civil matter is going on. And judge was after lunch, the judge refused because judge was very strict, and he didn't like this kind of attitude because being a honest and sincere judge, he never feel that one should influence him in any way, and whatever he found he did. And in the he was that time he was in the working capacity of duty magistrate. Then he refused to give the anticipatory bail, and before that that learner advocate requested him that okay, I will take my anticipatory bail, do not dismiss it. Then he taken back the anticipatory bail, and the next day morning when I came to the court, she came again along with the file, and she said this is the scene and this is going on, and I want anticipatory bail. I left the advocate, and because of his big influence, he tried to mold me. So I'm sorry for that. Again, I have left no option. Then I take her file. Then I prepared the matter again in the concerned court, and the concerned court, where session court, and the bill again gone to the very strict judge. Whereas the second day when my appearance was there, I was slightly late. The judge gave the date by telling me and warning me that you are late and 2 minutes late and you should be in time. Otherwise, I will dismiss the anticipated bill. And I apologize, sorry, and again I appear in the concerned court. I appear in the concerned court 10 minutes before, and the judge saw me. Then I argued the matter because that time the notice has to be issued to the police, and police given the feedback, given the reply of the which the we filed a petition, and he given the reply that she should not give given anticipated because she threatened and warned the honor his actual honor, and she threatened and even not only threatened and warned but tried to kill the honor also. She hit the honor, but she both her person have made the videos also. Then videos were shown, and judge was not in a good mood because there was a hush push in the court and a lot of cases were pending. Then he gave another date also. He said, I'll decide in the later day, and asked for another information from us and from the police department also. And the judge told me strictly that I don't find anything in this anticipatory bail, ma'am. Your client has to go to High Court for a regular anticipatory bail, and if I don't find anything, I will reject the anticipatory bail. Again, I took very hard. I did very hard work. I called the client and learn her history for last 15 years. What has happened with her. I make a brief history of the case, and I told her that you should also be ready for argument because sometimes judge also want to listen from the client. You speak truth, the judge may give you as your moral ground, give you anticipatory bail. I make her ready also, and I was also ready, fully ready. Then appear in the court. Then again, video was shown. She said, no, he claimed that my client tried to kill him to death, and shown the video. When the video was shown, that it was shown as a long wire was going on. The judge asked why this long wire is going on. He said because this lady has disconnected the electricity, and I have taken the wire from the outside of the wire direct from the khamba. Then the judge was get very annoyed. He told the police that I think you are being influenced when he is doing the wrong thing. He is there should be a theft of electricity also, and I there should be a complaint in the electricity department that the theft case to also be lodged against this person, and you are also doing something wrong. Then he saw the video very minutely and found that the lady has not hit that person who claimed that he is the actual owner, where he was not the actual owner. He was a rentee and tried to become the actual owner of the house. And again, the judge got annoyed and he said, I also suspend you. Then I also argued, and I give him all the detail whatever I had for last 15 years. I requested him that she should give me 5 minutes extra so that I can brief the matter, because it's not matter of today's date. It's a matter going for last 15 years, which because of this reason has arisen. And I request him that my client also want to say something to something to the in the knowledge of the court, and I request the honorable court that that should also be listened properly. Then again, if the court deem fit, can take action as per the court norms and whatever the court decide. Then the judge was that time very soft, and he listened to my client also. Then my client told him each and everything, starting from the day the decision happened till last day when she appeared in the court, and she finished all the things in 5 minutes because I prepared her so well that she should give all the information within a short span of time. And after that, I also spoken, and judge called us in the after lunch. And after lunch, when I came, he gave granted anticipatory bail, and he gave an order to the concerned official in the DSP office against that. AIC police also to take serious action against him because he's being influenced, he's doing wrong thing and producing wrong information to the court. So how this is cut, I anticipate bail from the court. Why I'm telling my experience that there's a learning whenever this kind of situation arises, when you feel that nobody is from your side and where the honorable judge, the police and other party also harassing to my client and me also outside when the bail was not granted. So they were making a fun of us. This lawyer is not good. Then you have to be very cautious. You have to be very strict for your personality and that you are a lawyer and you should be strict preparing all the information properly and gathering all the information, and you should also be ready, well versed ready to your client also, so that in case the honorable judge want to ask any question, he should not feel that we are manipulating the court and hiding something and telling a lie to the court. When my judge look into the eye of my client and he realized that she is innocent, she has been harassed and for a number of years and she should be granted anticipatory bail, otherwise she will lose the job also. So after finding the actual fact and if the truth was very hard and the matter was very serious and even we were not having any option and we were lacking key, we must have to go to high court where my client was not having money for going to high court, and because she was very poor lady and all the expenses and livelihood has to be borne by her only. So where she get anticipatory bail and we will able to manage it because of our confidence, proper information, discipline, and listen to judge. And he was a judge sometimes not maybe sometimes he's right but he gets sometimes he get angry also, we listen to him. Rather I was not having any face value, I got the justice. So these are the things which we should always remember while going to the court. And of course daily homework is also required, whatever the information required by the court we have to provide them. Thank you so much to listening to me. Regards.